Hey everybody, it's Wednesday. We're here for a live about how Mythos sucks. And to talk about that, we have a special guest, Zach of Mythos.
Hello.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too.
It's going to be really fun. We have a lot of pedals on the table. Let's show these top downs. This is all about Mythos today. So we also have our other usual suspects. How you doing, Joshua?
Doing pretty good. Do you guys remember these?
Oh, yeah.
Danielle
Mothers?
just bought.
All I
There-
can see
hold
is
on.
the plant.
What is it?
They're the like frosted circus animal cookies. They were my favorite.
Never seen those.
I haven't had
Wow.
them.
Wait,
in
you're a parent.
quite
You haven't
literal
I haven't
decades.
seen
shoved
that
these down your
brand.
children's mouth yet?
Yeah, I mean, we buy the cheap ones that come in like,
okay.
there's like a...
In the plastic
it's
tub?
like a gallon tub.
Yeah.
It's like $1.50.
So good.
Yeah, how you doing, Nick?
Oh, I'm just great. I'm so excited about hanging out with everybody and just shooting the breeds and playing some pedals.
So this is like the Nick Addy cam.
Yeah.
We
You
get-
can call it the Natty Cam.
Natty, that's good.
All right. I also want to give a big shout out to Zane. I don't know if you're watching. He supplied me with this pretty dripping shirt that I just wanted to wear today. All right. We have giveaways. So if you're watching, we're going to be giving away a brand new Mythos pedal that dropped today. We'll go over that in a minute. Yeah, hold it up. It's beautiful. It'll burn your retina.
Oh, you can't even see it.
It's fine. There we go. That is pink. That is a hot, burning pink.
Yeah, it's I think it's called Sassy. Is the
Sassy.
name of
It
the
is Sassy.
powder?
And you have some dripping merch of your own you'll give away as well.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess we're ready to do this.
In fact,
Yeah?
can we just give away the hat?
Let's do it.
Can we give away the hat?
Let's give away that.
We're
Yeah.
starting off strong.
Pick,
yeah.
Zach. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Do I say it now or?
Yeah, say it right now.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Murray McLeod, you win the hat.
That was so easy. We're also going to give away an entire box of Ernie Ball strings. We'll do that later in Ernie Ball trivia time. So if you're a guitar player, you should change strings, and we can supply you with 10 packs, which is a box. If you're a bass player, you get a few less. But let's be honest, you never change your strings, so you'll have them for
Yeah.
all of your life. Yeah. Man.
Whoa, sorry. Murray, please email me at the JHS Show at jhspedals.com, and we'll send you a Mythos hat.
Well, let's jump in. We're just gonna talk about you till the point that you're uncomfortable, and we'll jam in the midst of all that. So
That sounds great.
I was trying to remember last night the first time I saw one of your pedals. I'm pretty sure it was the Golden Fleece. Yeah, I think it was this. These cameras, it's fine. So when did you start? What year did you start all this? And we'll go back because I first met you. You worked at Carter Vintage in Nashville.
Yes.
And I remember coming in, and I would always, when I go to Carter Vintage, I would like walk to that one cabinet and kind of, there's like a cabinet you just kind of know to go to. And I bought my first vintage Red Llama pedal there, and you sold it to me. So we actually knew each other. I think I bought a 12th fret Martin. I bought a few things from you over the years.
Yeah, you had been in a few times.
And then I didn't realize I had seen this. I didn't connect the dots here. And I think in my mind, there's this story where I actually talked to you about you. I didn't realize you were Mythos.
Oh, really?
I think I had a conversation to you about a pedal maker named Mythos.
I don't
Anyway,
remember.
it's fine.
It's been a long time.
It's just a real point of like my human brain breaking.
Right.
So when did you start it all? How did this start?
I started under the moniker of Mythos in 2010.
Wow. Okay.
But I didn't start really like taking it seriously. The Mjolnir was my first pedal. That was
Okay.
like I was making this, and I said I need a brand name, and that's where the Zeus face initially showed
Okay.
up. So 2010. But I didn't really start taking it serious until about 2015, when my now wife says, "You're good at this. You should actually try." And so I did. No.
Well, that's awesome of
Yeah.
her. It's amazing. Like I've seen your brand. I mean, I don't know of a better way to say it, but just kind of explode over the last 3 years, especially.
Yeah.
Like seeing you kind of pop up on boards. I've shown quite a bit. Like if you even look down at the board, this has been on several episodes. I've raved about this, obviously. We'll talk through these. Rhett has been on here. You and
Yeah.
him have a podcast, Dipped in Tone, which I highly suggest. everyone should watch? How would you describe that show, and why should people watch it?
It's mainly just us we're letting all our opinions fly. And it we give people a peek behind the curtain in a way that I don't think a lot of other people do, because we'll talk about a lot of the weight of doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think people from the outside see it as super lighthearted and fun, and it can be, but it's also very taxing and frustrating.
Yeah. I love having, like, even when you came in. So you came in today, drove in from Nashville, and you come in. I get to show the shop, and it's immediately like there's this stress relief of talking to other pedal builders and builders. There's like a stress relief because you get to like vent about the things that are really hard to do. So we're like walking around the production floor and talking about that. That is a very real thing. And what I love about that is just seeing you and Rhett discuss whatever, anything and everything. Because even his side is interesting as like a full YouTuber.
Yeah.
I love that you guys paired up. So let's jump into, you released a pedal today, which this works out really well.
Yes.
Tell us about it. Yeah, let's jump down and look at your board there.
So it's the SusMaryOsep. So this is a collaboration between myself and Mr. RJ. I don't know if that's going to show up. RJ Ronquillo.
I can do it on this camera a
yeah,
little bit
yeah.
better. Yep.
So it's
Yeah, there we go.
So RJ and I became friends a long time ago, and in 2020 we released the first version, and it had sliders,
Yeah.
and sliders are a nightmare because
They're pretty, though.
they are great, but what I think a lot of people don't realize is every manufacturer's slider, the pin out for the first, second, and third lug of the pot are in different spots, and so if you put a different brand in the same board, they'll work backwards or they won't work at all.
Right.
So I ran out of sliders and said, you know what? Let's just go with pots. But the new version ditches the old clean boost for a silicon treble boost. And the Herculean is basically the same. And then there's a slap echo, just a PT 2399 chip on the side. And it's just RJ's, he wanted a grab and go pedal that did everything that he wants out of a rig. And I think with all this stuff, you can get, there's a lot of tones in here.
Yeah. So tell us about the name.
So RJ's family's from the Philippines.
Okay.
And a Filipino slang word is SusMaryOsep, which means Jesus, Mary, Joseph. And it's something that mothers like yell at their kids, like, SusMaryOsep, your guitar's too loud, like things like that.
Okay.
So it's befitting of a 3-in-1 pedal.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I love it. I love the look of it. I guess let's like jump right into that. You're gonna give one of these away.
Yeah.
Let's do that a bit later. But you want to just jump in, kind of show through the settings of this.
Sure.
And we'll jam.
So how about I start with the echo side? So here we go. I got a new guitar too.
Oh,
which is
yeah. He comes to. Let me just say this: Kansas City has a real drought of like guitar shops. We have a guitar center in Overland Park. I've never seen anything in there really, and you go in yesterday and found two of the craziest finds.
Yeah.
It's a little gelling.
A 65 Firebird 5 non-reverse, and it was just hanging there calling my name, and then a 73 Les Paul. So yeah, but anyway, so the Echo is a pretty classic Echo sort of thing, and RJ has there's little pips on there for his slap setting. And the knob is just volume, like a mix.
Gotcha.
And then the middle part is the Herculean overdrive, which actually I don't think you have, but that's fine because I've discontinued the normal model. And just a kind of Tube Screamer inspired, but no input-output buffers, a little more responsive. Kind of that sort of thing. And then the treble boost has the famous Analog Man mod.
Yeah.
With the bright, the mid, and then the fat mode.
So like 3 cap selections up front.
3 cap switch, and it does the bright treble boost, mid, and then fat. But I feel like with the silicon, it's not as like, it kind of works as a standalone thing a little better than.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to go into like a totally dirty.
The germaniums by themselves are kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds really good by itself.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. But yeah, so that's the basic gist of it. Inside, there's gain and bias trimmers for this if you want it
Okay.
to be more spitty or whatever. But that's really the
Is
whole
it
thing.
all NOS parts? Because I only play pedals
That-
that are NOS.
So-
Like, I don't want to play anything with new parts.
all of the transistors, for the most part, are NOS mil spec
Okay.
transistors
Yeah.
that we all hand matched and sorted
Okay.
and everything. But no, everything else is. It's all the most modern. You can buy it and repeat it, and it all sounds
Yeah.
the same, people.
I think that's probably one of the reasons Mythos sucks is because everything's not NOS.
Well, and I feel that weight
Yeah.
all the time.
You should lay down tonight and just really regret everything you've done.
All those people saying I'm a
Yeah.
con man, I'm phony.
Yeah.
I'm glad
it's
other
true.
people are saying it. 'cause
Yeah, I know.
I've been like, I want to say it, but I just didn't want to be alone.
We're all together in this.
Yeah, that's
Let's
good.
jam.
It's good. It's
Okay.
really good.
RJ is in the
Yeah.
chat.
Hey, RJ.
Oh, hey,
Number
RJ.
one, he called you out, Zach, for pronouncing his last name wrong. Number two, you're getting called out by a lot of people because apparently you're supposed to be in all denim.
Yeah, there was that. I'm sorry.
Man.
RJ Ronquillo. I can't. Your name, RJ. I love you, but I still get confused all the time, and I've known you for so many years.
Yeah. I forgive you for that. Because I can't say
Do you want to
anyone's
give it a
name.
roll? Do you want to give it a roll?
Ronquillo. RJ knows. I love him. I love you, RJ. I'm bad with everyone's name.
It's one of those things that once you say it wrong, you cannot
Yeah.
think of how to say it.
It's
correctly.
over. You're never
It's
going to
any
get it
word,
right.
but that yeah.
Let's jam. I think let's just see. Let's take our time. See, we have obviously if you're watching this, you want to be here. I've heard a lot of flack about the live streams. There was a comment
Yeah.
yesterday. The live streams are a waste of your talent and technical abilities. That was a comment. So,
Wow.
if you're watching, you don't have to watch.
That's kind of like
Yeah.
a weird diss wrapped in a compliment. I'm not sure how to take that.
So, we're here to hang out and have fun. So, let's jam on this.
Okay.
I'm only going to play lead today. I'm joking.
Addison, pick a key.
Oh, man.
Why don't we start in E, since that's whose key did we say that is?
I said it was God's key,
There
but
it is. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just me.
cool. I'm down for it.
I think that would be G sus.
But you have a capo.
Get
I
it?
gotta go. I'm gotta leave. This has been fun. Can you guys just manage without a drummer? Because I'm done. I'm done. I put in my 2 weeks. That's it. I'm
We'll be
good.
fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, let's start with a bass line and a drum beat and just see
Yeah.
what happens. And I
Oh, and-
and I
and
won't play for a while. I'm gonna
Okay.
feel it out.
yeah. Okay. Addison, you. Okay, I got. Fine. I'll start.
Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. Person of the week in every Greek people. What a pro. Herc could stop a show. Point him at a monster, your top one's row. Zero to hero. Zero to hero.
So that was like the full sampling, the slap back, drive, and the treble boost.
Yeah, and
Solid.
they all like there's a lot of gain with both of these.
Yeah.
Can I show you?
Oh, absolutely. Do
Oh,
it.
yeah. I'll keep the master volume. I'll use the gain of the level of the overdrive as like a master volume. So with that gain all the way up. So that's just the overdrive. And then if we kind of pull that treble boost in.
Sounds like a Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah, it has that kind of roar and 70s rock thing. You know,
70s.
it's really, I don't know. We didn't know how this was going to turn out, and it just kind of came together after a few revisions, and we were like, well, I think that's it.
It's killer. I kind of want to redo the jam and have him just play the high gain mode.
Yeah, can we? We can.
We can do anything we
And
want.
I want to point out, I feel like it should be said, Joshua did beat poet speak the lyrics to Zero to Hero from Hercules, Disney's Hercules. In case you guys missed that.
Yeah, that's important.
That is.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I think your mic is blocking the pedal. Is
yeah.
that the
Oh.
camera angle problem over here? Yeah.
Woo.
There we go. Now they can see. All right.
Sorry.
Let's do it again. This is
Good.
we're trying a new fresh take on what we just did.
A new fresh take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the same thing but do it better
Okay, cool.
with higher gain.
With higher gain.
Here we go.
Man, there he goes again. Sweet and undefeated and an awesome 10 for 10. Folks line up just to watch her flex. And this perfect package packed a pair of pretty pegs.
Sweet.
Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Hercules, the Disney movie?
I solid 8.
We're getting
think
tens
that-
in the
yeah,
corner.
Solid 8.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
I think there's some plot issues, but it's good.
What's your biggest plot
Yeah,
grievance, Josh?
what's your gripe?
What's your biggest plot grievance?
It never really happened.
Oh, okay.
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 So what's your favorite
And you're a dad?
What's
Disney
my favorite
movie?
what?
Disney movie then?
It's probably a documentary about something that really happened.
Oh, okay. I see. So you're one of those. I only
Like Moana.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they ruined that story. I only like to watch fact.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nothing
see.
wrong with
I
that.
see that. I
My
see
favorite movie of all time is Ken Burns' The Civil War. It's a family favorite.
Yeah, okay.
He said, yeah, okay.
that. Hey man. Hey man, that's cool.
All right, whatever.
Well-
So jumping back into the train here, you want to give? I want to give it away, but I don't. Right? Like, what should we do?
I don't know. I think that we should, keep people guessing
Yeah.
as to when we'll give it away.
Okay.
I think
I agree.
we've got their attention, and let's keep it. Okay.
I agree. So here's some questions. Tell us, like, where are you from? Where are you born? Are you a Southerner?
Yes,
Okay,
I am.
I was gonna make sure of this.
Yeah, no, I was born in Sparta. Well, I grew up in Sparta, Tennessee.
I know where Sparta is.
Yeah,
Okay.
home
So
of
I'm
Lester
from Russell
Flat.
Shills, yeah.
Right.
Okay, cool. I assume that, but Nashville's strange. Like, I would say more than half the people I've met in Nashville, like they just moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Especially guitar players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm born and raised Southern boy.
So how did you end up at Carter Vintage?
So that-
and was that the beginning of your like deep dive into this industry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, more into like the guitar stuff because I was I read everything on the internet I could.
Which is all true.
Yeah. I mean, like all the you go to like Kit Ray's Big Muff website and like learn everything you can. But I had met my now wife and moved to town, and I wanted to get a different job, and I loved Carter Vintage.
Yeah.
And I went in there all the time, and so one day I was talking to Christy Carter about like getting a job, and she's like, I don't know. And then someone walked in and asked a pedal question, and I was like, I'll take care of this, and went and sold him something.
There you go.
And Christy said, could you start in like a week?
I like that.
That's like, can I just say, like, I wish I had a stinger that was like folksiest story, because that gets like 20 points on the folksy meter for sure.
That was good.
That's one of
amazing.
those stories that when you tell your kids and your kids tell their friends about how you got your job at Carter Vintage, they'll be like, your dad didn't. That's not true. That's
like-
very much
that's like
so.
Big Fish.
I walked in there and I said, I'm going to start tomorrow. And it was like, I admire your gumption, son.
Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
big fish story. It's
Yeah,
like,
it truly is.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But
So, in Carter Vintage, what was it like to work with them? I mean, the history there is insane.
Oh, it was nutty. I got to see. I mean, Walter. For those that don't know, Walter was Gibson's in-house historian.
Yeah. Wow.
He knows as far as Gibson guitars and Martin.
He was
and
brought in like key witness on the lawsuit. Like he's a big deal.
Yeah, he. I mean, he's literally written books about it.
Yeah.
But he was just this giant of the industry, and Christy had been in. They both worked at Gruhn's
Yep.
beforehand, so they had so many years of experience. But just being able to be in there and bear witness to all the instruments that came through the door.
What's the craziest thing you've sold? Or because I mean, you walk in there at any moment, and there's a couple dumb like Keith Urban's
Right.
Dumbles or whatever. Like,
I mean,
what-
does that Red Llama count?
Yeah, that counts. I
No.
mean, what are some of the things? Because you see, I've seen bonkers stuff in there, and
Yeah.
I'm never there, so I can't even imagine what you actually saw.
Well, I mean, the greatest thing was the very first Sunburst Les Paul.
Wow.
So yeah, we demoed that.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So I was there when it came in, and it was one of those moments where all the guys in the shop saw that Lifton case walking towards the repair department, and we just all went, "What's that?" And then it came out, and Walter said, "It's the very first Sunburst Les Paul." And we were like, "What?" Because I mean, there have been other Sunburst Les Pauls,
yeah.
but so far as one that was actually a cherry, a proper like what when you think about what the Sunburst was,
Yeah.
it was that,
And that
the
was
first one.
was it? Whose was that? It was one of the Skinner guys, right?
No. It was just a guy.
Just a random guy.
He
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the coolest story. He was turning, I think, 15 in 1958, and wanted a Les Paul. His dad took him down to the local music shop in Memphis, the same place where Elvis shopped, and bought all his stuff. And it just so happened that the Gibson rep that had left from Chicago
Wow.
had come to the store and was there, and they had a gold top standard, and then that custom finish was on the shipping ledger. Les Paul sitting on a stand, and they played both, and he said, "I want that one," and the rep sold it to his dad, and he had it ever since.
Because it was in great shape.
It was in really good shape. His
Yeah.
dad was like an engineer, or he was some sort of tradesman, and made some replacement parts for it that broke. But everything about it was exactly how it should have been. It's saved for like tuners and
It's amazing.
I think the poker chip. Wow. And I was there when it sold, and I was the amp guy that day. So they're like, "Can you get a 59 Marshall, a 1959 Marshall 100-watt head, or get a Dumble or a train rack?" And I was like, "Okay." So I was the one hooking all that up when it left. And it was, story aside, it was an impeccable instrument. But that's like I mean, I don't know how you top that as far as the coolest things that you could expect to see.
It's pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
So you were there. You're kind of doing the pedal thing as a hobby.
Yeah.
It just keeps escalating. Your wife is like, "Hey, you're good at this. Do it." When was that leap? The actual leap?
Well, so
Because I remember that for me. My wife, we were sitting in the parking lot. I think it was a Walgreens or a CVS in Tupelo, Mississippi. And she's like, "Can you really make a living doing this?" And I had no idea. I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And that was the leap. Like, it's a very definitive moment for me.
yeah, it was So I was doing it for fun, and she had pushed me to that. And then in 2017, I'd been doing it a lot, and it was getting to the point where I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
And the decision was if I could sell 30 pedals a month, I could. It at the time.
You forget that is a lot of pedals.
If I could do that, then I could pay my half of the rent. And
Yeah.
and she said, well, let's do it. And as soon as I said I quit, we found out we were having a baby too. So it was
Nice.
60 pedals.
Yeah.
yeah. So it was really nerve wracking. But yeah. But she had pushed me to really start. So it went from a hobby to having the kitchen table for myself to build pedals.
Yeah.
To getting an extra room at the next apartment to eventually taking over the garage and now having a shop.
It's huge because you just recently, and we've stayed in touch and we chat and stuff, and you've moved into a shop next to Novo.
Yes.
That's huge. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a big. Are you the premier pedal builder of Nashville?
I mean,
The word premier, I don't know what that means.
but I would like to think so. I mean, we have
it's cool. I mean, there's so many great pedal builders.
there are, but I mean, there's not many. I mean, there's XDS in town. There's
Yeah, XTS has a lot of custom.
They do a lot of
stuff.
boards
They're off
and
the
make
radar,
pedals.
but they're big.
yeah. Grant from Big Ear,
Love
but
Big Ear.
they're actually leaving.
That's right.
Matt Hoops from 1981 was there, but he like lives in Florida now, and like so it's a whole thing. But I mean, I guess so far as like strictly a pedal company, yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Let's jump into another pedal.
sure.
What do you want to play?
Why don't we play? Because you have one and I have one, and they're different.
Let's do it.
The Mjolnir.
Yeah, and so I'm the Klon's hard. The Klon is.
Is it?
The Klon is one of these things. I hate talking about it because it's become like this. I don't even know how would y'all describe this? It's just like a problematic discussion at this point. You can't just
Yeah.
talk. You can't just be like, I like the Klon. It has to be more.
Yeah. It's something that I'm
It's
trying
like
to think
a
of
religious like rite or something at this point.
yeah, it's kind of like when you like something,
Yeah.
but like someone who's a super fan
Yeah.
and just be like you mention it one time
And you're just.
and then you're
yeah.
like, whoa, like yeah, I like Batman, but dude,
chill.
Which in this situation, it would have been flipped. I would have been
Yeah.
the one friend who would have been going on about it.
So I have the Wildwood version here, and so to be clear, Klon Centaur. This is a pedal based on that. This is more of a straight replica than this version, correct?
Yeah. Now this one has changed a lot too recently, and
else?
and we can talk about that.
But that
But-
doesn't have a charge pump.
No,
Right? Is that
no.
what it
This
is?
and this is
Yeah.
breaking news.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine
Pedal secrets.
because
Wow.
so like as you know, parts are hard to get,
They're very hard to get.
and the charge pump is expensive, and a lot of people. I mean, this and the Golden Fleets are our most popular, and people blow these up all the time. And I want to fix that.
I get so many DMs on Instagram. Like, I blew my KTR.
Yep.
Because people just blow them up all the time.
So I said, how can I fix that? Well, if we can make this sound as good as that without that part, then that should fix it. And
Yeah, I'm going to share a hot take that is very much offensive to the gear community. I think the 18 volts is extremely negligible, especially for how I use it.
I would agree.
I could care less.
Whoa.
The only thing it's doing is kind of keeping the second stage a little cleaner.
That's all it's doing.
But that's it.
But listen, I use a Klon like this. You cannot hear. There, like I've went back and forth. I've breadboarded stuff. So yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Just to have a more accessible, especially in today's world of supply chain nightmares and costs rising. That's a cool adjustment.
And
My phone's on. It's fine.
How rude.
It's my daughter.
but the Wildwood one will remain the same. Not going to mess with that. And that is in my in the lineup. That is my attempt to replicate my silver Centaur from like 2006.
That's awesome.
Or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just like to give a Rhett Scholl alert. He is in the chat. Just giving a Rhett Scholl alert here.
I'm gonna play some slide later.
Since-
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be better than anything Rhett's ever done. Wow.
More on calling you out, Zach. Do you want to just check that pregnancy date again? Do you want to just give it another
It was. We found out like right before.
Is it 2017? I mean, somebody might be in the comments.
somebody.
My son was born in 2018, but we were pregnant in 2017 when I left because he was born in May. May is the.
It takes about a year.
I'm just
Nicely
giving
done.
somebody
Honey?
who might know really, really intimately. Also, RJ gave you $20 for your.
I'm gonna save you. Let's
on us.
demo these.
Okay.
How do you set your?
You know the John Mayer settings that
Yeah.
got leaked? I do it kind of like that,
Okay.
but it may be too loud. So. Loud.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it's amazing, but it's all about pushing that amp to the point of death. Yeah.
So, what? Should I just run through a couple settings on this?
And I'm gonna just stick to this.
Okay.
So anything I do, I'll come in with just more of a cranked sound, and I usually stack like this with my Morning Glory or something. But I love this pedal, which is based on the old Gainster. I bought this from you.
You did.
This is what you use to make your Olympus.
It is.
And then I bought it from you because they're impossible to find.
Yeah, I had it and I said, "This sounds pretty good. I just
Yeah.
don't need that."
So I'll just have this low. I love stacking like this. So that's me, but you go ahead.
So if I run through the tones on this, it's a clone, right?
Yeah. Did you goop it?
No.
Because the tone is in the goop.
Wait, is that where it is?
It is.
I've
There's
been missing that.
There's a high resonancy.
Just as inspiration for our next jam, we've got Joseph in the comment, and he said, "Can I get I just lost my job and I don't know what to do with my life blues jam?"
Yeah. Okay.
So I think we should kind of head in that direction, if that sounds
can do
good.
that.
Okay.
Do you think that sounds good?
That sounds.
Okay, so this one's for you, Joseph.
Let's take it to like slow blues town, like
Like
the
Buddy
real,
Guy?
the dragging, like
Yeah.
the real draggy thing. Like, do we want to go back to E? Do we want to live there? Or you want to get out of E?
Yeah.
Go to A.
Let's do A.
Cool.
So, yeah, I'll just lay some rhythm down. You come in scorched earth and play some hot leads, some of those Nashville hot leads.
Yeah.
All right.
Young Herc was mortal now. But since he did not drink that last drop, he still retained his godlike strength. So thank his lucky star. But Zeus and Hera wept because their son could never, ever come home. They'd have to watch their precious baby grow up from afar. Though Hades' horrid plan was hatched before Herc cut his first tooth, the boy grew stronger every day, and that, brothers and sisters, is the gospel truth.
Can we both solo at the same time, like obnoxiously, for a whole measure? Can we do that? All right, 1, 2. That jam went directly to Spotify. It's on Spotify right now. It's free.
That one's for you, Joseph.
Congratulations.
I love some Klon blues. Because if you're going to play the blues, you need a $10,000 tone.
Ain't that right?
You know what I'm saying? You can't play blues unless you got the funds
Yeah.
to invest into the pain.
If you don't have money, how can you?
You can't have the blues without
How can
money.
you have blue?
I'm st-
Hold up.
No, you can't. It's like I ain't got no money, so I can't have the blues. Hold on, wait. I can't buy a Klon, girl, so I got everything to lose. I got the Klon blues. I hate this. Okay, but it's a fact. If you can't afford a Klon, you can't afford to have the blues.
That's right. But you can't afford a Mjolnir.
There we
Look at
go.
that, look at that.
Look at that.
I'm sorry.
We turned that around.
I feel like all my boomer bends are causing us to go into a certain direction you guys don't normally go to.
Can you just
We
like-
normally just play chaotic, like shoegaze ambient music.
Yeah, that's true. This is
'Cause it's
this
easy.
is weirdly refreshing. But for a second, can you just like speak to the term boomer bends?
Oh, boomer bends?
Just like for like just give me like a hot take, just a real quick one.
I mean, it's not a hot take. It's just a fact that when you
Nice.
play guitar like I do, which is like that, those are boomer bends. Those
Nice.
sort of things.
Okay.
That's a boomer
It's
bend.
nice though.
It's nice.
Well, if you like that,
It takes some skill to do a proper boomer bend.
yeah, you gotta be in tune.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
I got
It's-
a
what, you got
question.
something?
I got a question from the chat,
Crosstalk.
Zach. Not to get into comparisons, but I'd like to learn more about the. Can you just say like 2 or 3 differences between the Argo and the full tone Octafuzz?
oh, the Octafuzz.
Oh,
That's-
I can do this.
It's a
So-
Fox tone machine, right?
So yeah, we got
We got DJ Josh in the house.
DJ Jones here with his pedal analysis breakdown. There's 2 full tone octave pedals,
yes,
and it gets confusing. The black one with 2 switches,
it's the ultimate octave.
ultimate octave, and it's a Fox tone machine. The blue one is an Octavia clone.
Right.
This is neither.
It is right. It's closer to a Fox tone machine, but
Yes.
it's not exactly that. It's that.
Yeah, it's this. It's a prescription electronic COB, clean octave blend. Mm-hmm. Now, what I like here, I didn't know till today. I love this pedal. You got it on your board. This is that, like in your style, and then you have an Argonaut, which is like tiny boy here with no controls.
That's just octave up.
These are killer. Yeah, I love it when it's muted. Add some blues to it. But I love this.
Yeah.
This reminds me of like the land domino, that kind of thing. We were just like
Yeah.
simple. You turn it on with a fuzz pedal, move on with your life.
Yeah, that's all that is. And so for those that don't know about the COB, and mine's a little higher gain than that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I shot them out. It's different. I mean,
Yeah, they're
Octave
different.
fuzz. Here's the thing: octave fuzz is octave fuzz, but the nuances are infinitely different.
yeah. And so how these work?
Whoa.
What? It has a boost circuit, kind of.
Yeah.
And then you have your octave fuzz knob, which really, when it's all the way down, it's an octave up still, and then you blend in the fuzz, and then you have a clean blend. So you can go...
My hot take is this is a more flexible octave fuzz for people who might not want to commit to like full-blown octave fuzz all the time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So with the, like if we go through the blend all the way up, so this is getting all the fuzz signal, but the octave fuzz knob all the way down, you just get, just kind of like the Argonaut.
Nice. Is that a boomer lick? Because it's nice.
Yeah. And then you can blend in the gain with this top knob.
Yeah.
Go all the way.
It's
And then-
so nasty and
Yeah,
amazing.
it's very nasty. My wife, who is going to be mad at me for apparently getting the date of my child's inception wrong.
You might
she
have
hates
got,
this thing.
You might have gotten the date wrong, but
I don't
you
think
can.
I did.
Well, but you know how to bias transistors,
Yeah.
and you got to trade off the data. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doubting everything I've said because I said RJ's name wrong.
I heard you, Nick.
She's
That
sowing
was funny.
seeds
I
of
heard
doubt.
you, the data.
The dad.
If you remember your child's birth date or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you can't remember something else. So you
That's
got to delete things.
It's the Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time you learn something new. But yeah, when you roll that blend back, then it. Yeah, you know.
We need to jam on this, and
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
do.
go back to Blues Town.
No, let's do something different.
We'll do what you want to do.
I have to follow.
Well,
You're like,
we
I just
could.
know boomer
okay.
licks.
I could start a riff that's more. We could go more like White
Yeah.
Stripes Land or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You just want to go. You just want to go there.
Well, I mean, it's another
go
great
there.
option for the sound.
I love it.
And Joshua, you were trying to say something, and I cut you off.
I don't remember.
All right,
It
cool.
was something about Morgan, but she said more in the comments. But I'll just leave it.
So I have the Mjolnir and the Argonaut on and Spring Reverb. Kind of sounds like U2.
Anax, Pagasas, Tepolite, Aleos, Indina, Nayon, Imetirio, Tochis, Epinomion, Osmi, Imetis, Ipestis, Pithicreomeno, Anisin, Kepirasodiai, Simanin, Altaskar, Etiaptos, Eflon, Aptos, Nina, Nina, sin atemeni, sin etereis, heite que palenore son es alada, si dean opisotos son oxygen, somen aclatauron, ira palindromo epithisomen, ala de pithi, ala les alti gili aterisia, dora cosmiso. That was good. That was like,
It's hard for me not to bend. No.
Yeah.
Well, bending when you're a pedal builder, you gotta show off those upper level harmonic contents. And
Right. Can you talk more about that?
Do we have to?
No.
Hey, you guys heard of harmonic content?
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I've said that like 3 times in the last week. Seriously, I wasn't joking.
There's like a resonance band that really
Yeah.
I need to like wrap it back into the fold.
Whoa, that's awesome. You know that that jam took it out of me, and I think what we could all use is a break. And
Yeah.
we need to just probably hear from one of our favorite YouTube collaborators
Yeah,
while we just
absolutely.
take a break for a second. So we'll be right back after this brief message.
What's up, everyone? Welcome. It's your boy Trav, and welcome to Trav Stuff. On today's episode of Trav Stuff, we're going to be looking at JHS stomp boxes. The first JHS stomp box that we're going to look at is the JHS Stabbing Horse. This has 4 knobs and 3 switches. The next one we're going to look at is the JHS stomp box's Small Leaf. Then, my personal favorite, the JHS stomp box's Blue Sneaker. And then we're also going to look at the JHS Stomp Box's Big Pencil. And last but not least, we're going to be looking at the JHS 3D triangle with holes in it in the orange colorway. Anyway, this has been Trav Stuff. I would like to thank JHS Stomp Boxes for supporting me. Smash that like button and leave a comment. Ring the bell icon, be notified. Trav out.
Man, it's always so cool to have Trav on.
It really
It was
is.
good to support him. There's a Patreon as well where you can give. I've been trying to support.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the premier YouTubers.
He's
You should
kind of
have him on
annoying.
Dipped in Tone.
Oh yeah, we could do
You
that.
could have
Oh yeah,
Trav on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys have his information?
I do. We can reach out to him anytime, really. He is
Yeah.
going. We are gonna have him come here. I think he's gonna do
Yeah.
a vlog or something.
Yeah, he did this from his flat in Manhattan. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
he-
I have plans for him.
Yeah.
I have plans for Trav.
We're excited about that. So anyway, good stuff. Good stuff.
We have a
good
pedal
stuff.
to give away and a box of strings, but we should jam one more time because it's only $3.49. We
know,
have
I
all
know.
day.
I'm sorry. It's like,
No,
yeah, this is
I
this
mean,
one.
there's also
All right, done.
like, we also have other segments we can get to if we want to just get to the heart of what's going on.
I said we jam one more time.
Okay, let's
'cause
do it.
I have questions.
Okay, cool.
You
I
have-
text my wife saying what I got wrong, and she's like, "I don't know, I'm barely listening." Like, thanks.
Oh. Well, let's talk about this collaboration with Novo. You're playing a Novo guitar.
I have my Novo Solus F1.
The Solus.
Yeah.
And Novo, Dennis Fano's newest. He sold Fano off, Premier Builder Guild, or
Yes.
somebody does those. And then Novo is his thing, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
So- and
So-
your shop is there.
It's literally,
Literally.
in the extra unit they have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Matthew, Dennis, and myself Dennis had thought about having a pedal for a while.
Yeah.
And then when I moved in, it just made sense. So, see if I can move this so you guys can see it. Yeah, there it is. So this is the Airlane Drive. And Airlane Drive is our street address,
Clever.
which is like perfect name. And then Suite 8 and Suite 9, they're both reflective of the Novo Suite, which is Suite 8.
Who does your design work? It's really good.
Moi.
You do it?
Yes.
That is wonderful.
Yeah,
I love how clever it's like the plane and the lines and the framing.
Well,
It's
this-
really wonderful.
This was a lot of Dennis's idea.
But he didn't do it. You're better than him. Okay. I just want to. Okay. I'm trying to give you
I
credit.
want to get that email and like my lease is up, sort of thing. But yeah, I do a lot of it, and then I have help from friends. But this one, yeah, I kind of
That's awesome.
we did that. But Suite 9's my side, the
Okay.
Mythos side.
So you each have a side of the pedal, like you have a side of the facility.
Yes, you get
That is smart.
It's so
That is so smart.
It
Is
wasn't
what
that
the
hard to
kids
come up
call
with.
meta?
I don't. Is it?
No.
It's no cap for real.
No cap.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh man.
But yeah, So
What's in it?
So it's essentially two overdrive circuits that feed into each other. It's a single transistor hard clip circuit, Joshua. I'm sure you're familiar with.
It's a common emitter hard clipper. I'm excited for this.
But we took like a bunch of stuff and really fine tuned it to where it didn't really sound like the other overdrives, but this is just gain. The more and even more just gain. So Suite 8 is. They wanted more. Dennis wanted more treble, more bass, less mid range, and then I did the opposite: more gain, more mid range, less bass.
Your
less treble.
side's better, I'm sure.
Well, it's just different. It suits the guitars different. So Suite 8. God, this guitar is hot.
It is really loud, That's awesome.
And then Suite 9. Pretty similar until you start to crank it, but if you put them like both at a little beyond noon. And they can go together, go apart, whatever.
Okay. Let's do a jam. I'll play the Olympus here by itself. Let's attempt some type of Tom Petty vibe.
Okay.
I don't know what that means today.
So that which key are we rocking
Let's
on?
go to D.
D key.
What can we do here? We could it's that Don Henley like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I hear you.
So yeah, we'll do like the D A G E minor. That was beautiful.
That was really, really nice, guys. I really felt I got really emotional. I was just
Yeah.
thinking about how nice it is just to be together, all like in the same place.
Even me, who you just met.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like sometimes is like you don't know what you have until you didn't realize. Like I never met you.
Sometimes the people
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
know are the people you haven't met.
Yeah, so that which I was thinking maybe if you wanted to, would you guys want to do a hot topics like all together?
Let's do that.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Hot Topics. This is a part of the show that's not sponsored by the Gear Page, but it's definitely the content is provided by the Gear Page. This is where we take some of the hottest topics from your favorite forum, the Gear Page, and talk about it. So anyway, here's some of those. So there's lots going on. There's some like real good ones today. I think, Josh, this one I'm going to direct towards you because you are a jazz master. And when I say that, I mean you are a master of the jazz master. What's the appeal or not of the jazz master?
So to rephrase that, why would you like or not like? the
Yeah.
Jazzmaster? Okay.
And you like Jazz Masters.
A lot of times with the gear page, you have to interpret.
Yeah.
So the appeal for me is I was first drawn. Are we getting personal? Is this, we I guess we.
I
each
don't
get
think
personal.
there's a wrong way to
I would
approach
love
it.
to hear the personal story.
I like the Jazzmaster first of all because I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'6", and it feels really the bigger guitar feels good. Now my favorite guitar is a Telecaster. Like you can do anything with a Tele, so it's like, but playing generally like live, having something a little more versatile. I feel like the Jazzmaster does the Tele bridge sound pretty darn well. And then you end up with a nice middle neck. And then I like the trim. I love the Jazzmaster trim. Like the Mastery systems that we use are a better version of that. And the non-appeal would just be that you don't like it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to define.
That's a pretty big one.
And you're allowed to not like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Zach.
Yeah.
Give me hit me with some opinions about the Jazzmaster.
The rhythm circuit's stupid.
It's
Okay.
I literally
Yeah.
remove them or put gaff tape
that's
over
true.
it.
Well, okay.
I use it for a kill switch.
They can work if you like get in there and change it. I think like everyone's different. Like I've played some where like, oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of okay because
Yeah.
it probably had a cap that
Sure.
was wrong.
Yeah, like Syph made me one, and he just redid it, and it's usable.
Right, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that guitar. I think I'd be more into like a Jaguar because of the scale length. Every time I've ever had a Jazzmaster or played one, I struggle with the tension because I have a dumb hand. My left hand's real dumb. It doesn't turn all the way over. So that's as far as my left hand turns over. So I'm very picky about
Okay.
guitars.
You're
So for me
picky?
personally, it just doesn't work. And I don't like the pickups that much. I
Okay.
don't really like it. I
Okay,
just-
yeah, I think
just
that's
don't
what we're
like it.
getting at. You just don't like it. So I like that. You know, I feel like those two opinions just like really give us a holistic point of view to this question. I'm gonna drop one more here for us to discuss.
I want to hear what Addison says.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like cut over Addison. It just
I'm
okay.
curious.
It's okay.
Because I want
We
to know
gotta-
where you stand.
We got to burn some time up too.
yeah. Okay, Addison, take your time then.
Well,
Not that much time.
He
I
will.
wasn't into Jazzmasters until I started working here.
Oh.
But thankfully, because you've warmed me up to the idea, it's the Mastery trim for me. It's so good. I didn't like how they sat for a long time. It's the offset thing.
Over here.
Yeah, it feels like a little too long to me. But I've matured.
A non-reverse Firebird in a lot of ways is a Jazzmaster.
It's true.
Well, I
Body
feel
and feel,
like
yeah.
this sits a little further over than a normal like a reverse
Yeah.
Firebird feels like over there. Like, and
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is good.
that's way cooler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They're beautiful.
It is way
I'm
cooler.
not
I'm
saying
with
it's
you.
not cooler. There's a
It's way
Fano
cooler.
model that's like that. That's freaking gorgeous.
The PX6,
Yeah, there is.
I
Yeah.
believe.
All right.
Joshua, do you have an
I
opinion?
have a Jazzmaster.
Oh yeah, you do have one. Yeah, so you do like them.
I do have one.
Yeah.
Having something and liking something are not the same
Well,
thing.
Yeah.
it's
Like I have bad
Thank you
knees.
for clarifying.
it's what I have, and it's all that I. Well, it's actually, I have a Jazzmaster.
Nice. Yeah, I miss my Jazzmaster. I had a really cool one, and then I had to sell it because I had a baby. But I guess the kids matter and stuff. So, okay, next question. Biggest star with the lowest gear. So, what's like the biggest star you can think of who uses some of the like lowest budget gear?
Oh, not less gear, just low budget.
Yeah, just
Okay.
yeah.
For me, it's probably like I think Tom Morello's live rig is like shockingly box.
Yeah.
Yes. Who's the guy that plays in Nashville? Played with the Allman Brothers. Plays a Squire Strat. Into
I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm embarrassed.
There's also the guy that plays for the Flecktones. He just plays like a Squire guitar into like a Digitech
Yeah.
RP3, and it's like sounds great
Right.
because he knows how to play.
Jack Pearson.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
So yeah,
Can we give someone in the comments who got it right before you did a shirt?
yeah. Let's
The
give
name of
Okay,
what?
Jeremy Baker.
Wow.
You win a shirt.
Yes, as long as I have your size.
What sizes do you have with you?
I have small, medium, large, and extra large.
Okay, Jeremy Baker, tell me what size you have, and we will get you a shirt from Mythos.
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised how many like big stars are using. I mean, everybody has a Boss pedal like somewhere.
Right.
Like even if it's not on their board, like it's somewhere.
Yeah.
In their house, in their kitchen.
Is there anyone else that you can think of that just uses the minimal or like
Probably the Edge.
what?
No, Tom Morello, I remember realizing what his rig was. He's like 50 watt, 800, a DOD EQ, a DD3, and like a V1 whammy, basically. And he had, sometimes he would have like the 10 series flanger. I just remember seeing that and being like, now on the records, I'm sure there's toys. But the things he does with the guitar and to commit to that live always blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because if I was him, I would end up having this ungodly guitar system live to pull off every nuance. And somehow he does a live show and it's like killer with nothing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm having a hard time thinking of other, like we would call them, I guess, minimalists.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's necessarily like who has the less gear. It's like who's like I think of like The Cure. Like he's
that's true.
I mean, he's using just Boss.
Well, the Boss, he literally has the stock Boss plastic board. And on this newest tour, he's using the Line 6 Spider amps.
Are you kidding me?
No, not at all. On the last tour, like when I went to the sound check, he had the Roland Cubes, which he's used for years.
Yeah.
When you think about his sound, though, he's playing like a baritone Fender, and it's all clean and chorused, and those are wonderful amps for that.
Yeah.
You hear Line 6 Spider, and you're like, dear God, but his situation, he sounds amazing.
And to be fair, a lot of the newer Line 6 stuff, it's come a long way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like a lot of the heroes, it's like that's what they use because that's all they
Prince was
had.
all Boss.
Yeah.
Like the whole board. And he's phenomenal.
So, but modern people, I don't know.
Cool.
We're too spoiled, I think. I
think so.
I think what's happened is these lame pedal builders have come out with all these stupid new devices, and we're ruining the music industry.
I know.
Yeah. There's a gear page thread.
That's
And it's one of the reasons Mythos sucks, because they're contributing to this spoiling of the world with all these nice in quotes pedals.
right.
And
Death to boutique.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you starting a new movement, right? I think a
I
new
just
movement just
did.
started.
I just did.
hashtag dig the big box.
Yeah.
I'm only
And on that note, this has been
in the comments. If you have cheaper gear and you're awesome, just let us know.
You're all awesome.
Everyone is awesome in their own way.
Indeed.
That's great.
Where do we go from here?
I don't know. I can't.
Want to
stop
give away
thinking
another
about
shirt?
Digging the big bucks.
How many
Yeah,
shirts do you
sure.
have?
I got boxes of shirts.
Oh my.
I think we
Oh
just need
my.
to I need another stinger that's like giveaway zone.
I'm the shirt daddy.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I'll think about that one.
Let's give away a shirt and let's keep rolling here, because I got stuff to show.
Yeah, you do.
I'm proud of this Mythos
Driller.
stuff.
Yay.
Pick a number between 1 and 10. 3? Okay. 1, 2, 3. The Gentagon. You win a shirt, please. Please send me your shirt size and email me at the JHS Show at jhspedals.com. Give me your shipping address and telephone number. Social security. Well, just your shipping address is fine.
Okay, a couple questions for you. What was your favorite band in 6th grade?
6th grade.
Don't lie.
I'm trying to think of like what I was listening to in 6th grade.
Please say Linkin Park. Please say Linkin Park.
I think Linkin Park was later because I'm just I think
I'm
am I
40.
older than you? Okay, no, I'm 38
Okay.
or will be.
You'll be wise one day.
In so I think in that period of my life, the only things I listened to, this isn't better than Linkin Park. I listened to orchestral movie soundtracks.
That's kind of baller, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like you're smarter than me.
Well, no, but I would just listen to like Star Wars soundtracks, all the John Williams stuff, and like
So, scenario. You're mowing your lawn.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm listening to the Battle of Hoth. I'm imagining my lawnmower is a snow speeder, and I'm tying up ATH.
Senior year favorite band.
Weezer.
Yeah.
What album? What's your
well-
favorite Weezer? Let's talk about Weezer for a minute.
Welcome to the Weezer Corner, the part
Because-
of the show where we talk about Weezer for a second.
Weezer needs to be talked about real quick.
Okay. I mean, I loved the Green Album because it kind of came out in that time, and that was a big deal for me.
Me too.
But my favorite Weezer
Ironically,
record-
the Green Album, this back to mowing the lawn. It was the perfect. It was like a 30-minute record,
Yeah.
and I'd mow the lawn, and I would always listen to it. And to this day, I'll put it on. Like my daughter likes that record now. I just like smell grass and crap. Like it's so ingrained in me because I had the Walkman and I had that CD. Clip that junk on. I'm on the ride mower.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Blue
Yeah.
is my favorite.
Blue's great.
How do you feel about Pinkerton?
I love Pinkerton. I mean,
Okay.
I kind of like them. The order the first three came out, and then I don't know. It's like weird. They broke up and they never made any more music after.
Well, how do you feel about new Weezer?
It's not. I mean, it's like I'm glad that they seem to be doing well, and I'm glad they're still making music, but it doesn't appeal to me anymore, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
I like the phrase, they seem to be doing well. That's a loaded phrase. I agree, though, because I feel like they woke up one day and
I think they're
like,
happy.
Yeah, like when I look at them, I'm like, oh, they're like, let's just cover songs and be in a Disney movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah. For me, Blue Album holds this important historical place in the slacker rock genre coming out of Pavement and bands like that, which I love. And like even Wilco, there's these threads where like it's loose and crazy and it's like they're in a garage and it's wild. And then it changes. Pinkerton's very strange. Pinkerton is like him saying, screw all of you, I'm going to do this album and make you hate me, which I think he actually said that was the reason.
Yeah.
And then Green Album is like a perfect radio album.
I mean,
He's constantly pushed everyone. And I think, what's the record with the, Everything Will Be All Right. That's where I love that record, and everything after I've had a harder time grabbing onto.
there's moments where it's like, oh, that's a fun song, but
Right.
it just doesn't capture the honesty of
Yeah.
those first two records. And Green
cool.
was fun because I was 16 or whatever.
That's cool. What about, I mean, you're
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I listen to the blue record all the time. I think I feel like there are some people like ironically like Weezer. Like I unironically,
Yeah.
I think it's good because I think like the casual listener is like, ha ha ha, listen to this funny music, and I'm like, no, but I feel like it's really smart and
It's genius.
sarcastic and funny,
Yeah.
and like all of the stuff they kind of are doing for, again, like I don't know the dates. But they kind of did like with television, not
Yep.
television. I mean, Pavement. What like Nirvana did with like Sonic Youth.
I agree. Yeah.
Where it's like they took a genre and they made it palatable for like everybody.
Yeah.
Because like there's so much slacker rock influence in Weezer, but it's so much more palatable than Pavement. Even though I love Pavement, and at times like I will just listen to Pavement because there's more good Pavement than good Weezer, I think.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Did you guys remember seeing the Buddy Holly music video on the Windows 95 CD?
Yep.
That was before my time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't
us
know.
old
Child.
guys
I love
can
this.
talk about
This
it.
was a good. If we had a singer for this, it'd be the Weezer corner. It was really good.
This has been the Weezer Corner.
I don't like Weezer. Hey, Jeff,
Hey, it's Jeff.
do you want to come pick a winner? Yeah. This is Jeff. He came with Zach, and I don't know what Jeff does.
Jeff makes pedals.
Jeff makes pedals. This is Jeff, everybody. You just pick a name.
How about Jammy Pants?
Jammy Pants? Okay.
That was
Jammy
easy.
Pants. You win a shirt.
Good job,
Please email me at the JHS Show at jhspedals.com and tell me in the chat what your t-shirt size is.
All right. Well, I want to jump into a very wonderful pedal here, and then we'll do Ernie Ball trivia time. This is the Oracle. You dropped this 2 years ago? 1 year
Was
ago?
it? I think it.
COVID's weird. I think you dropped it in the Insanity
Yeah.
post-COVID. So
I can't remember.
here's the thing. This was part of your, it might have, correct me, I feel like this was one of the first rebrands or something like that. So I remember getting this, first of all, and I was like, this is stinking gorgeous and so well done. And then what I like, so I'm an analog delay person in the sense of I love digital delays, I could care less, but I do lend myself to the simplicity of like quarter note analog. So the Panther Cub, which I have made, Panther Cub, like different variations of that over the years, I really only do one thing with it personally, and it's that. I have a quarter that I set, and that's way too much mix, but I would just leave it on all the time.
And
I always do that.
you can hear the degradation because it's going way past the knob.
Oh, yeah.
At that tap time.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like that. You leave it on all the time, and it's just always like if I, core guitar sound, there's just always that thing going on. Whether it's that or a big fuzzy lead thing, And it's pretty subtle. So anyway, having developed a tab tempo analog delay, you want to tell us like the pain of this? Did it go well? What was it like for you?
So this was a collaboration with John from EAE.
Oh, okay. He's clever.
So he's
sharp dude.
Like way smarter.
Because when
than
I
am.
did this, the memory lane had been out, and I think we were second to it, and the difficulty and problems we had with it were insane. And I just love you pulled this off like flawlessly.
Well, thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
John is the true wizard. And basically what I said is I love the Maxon 80999.
Yeah.
That's one of the best delay pedals ever made. I don't feel like enough people talk about it.
Yeah.
Is there one in here?
Yeah. Right there.
But that pedal is I think perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish it had a tap, but this doesn't have quite that amount of delay time. But we just took that formula and he ran with it. And
That's cool.
It's not an outright clone of anything, but it uses 2 chips, 3205s, and it's
wonderful.
We took a lot of time because I don't like running pedals into a loop,
Right.
unless I have to.
I
But
I never do. I
Yeah.
never will.
so I wanted it
refuse
to
to.
be like a little more friendly in front of an amp and not get in front of you as a player. And
Cool.
I think it kind of does that.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. It's probably my favorite pedal you make, just because I connect with a simple Bucket Brigade. Like
Yeah.
for me, it has tap, 3 knobs, move on. Like that's my favorite thing about it, and it just sounds great.
There's a lot of degradation when you go beyond the time knob.
Yeah, so if you speed it up, you've
Yeah.
got a totally different. He did a fantastic job coding that. I mean, it's flawless in the way that it taps.
Yeah, it's really immediate.
And you have like the ability to you can get some longer times without it going bonkers like a lot of delays.
Yeah.
It's nice. I just
Yeah.
wanted to compliment you. I didn't know if
thank
there
you.
was a juicy story, but it sounds like you teamed up with him and had no problems,
No, it went
which
really
makes
well.
me really jealous.
And now he's too busy because I
Yeah.
was like, let's do something else, and he's like, I don't have time.
Right,
It's like,
right.
great.
That's cool.
But I'm really proud of it. The only thing that stinks about it is getting chips, which I'm sure you know that all too well.
I discontinued all my delays. We don't sell a delay right now, except for 3 series delay
Oh.
and the Milkman slap. I discontinued the Cub and the Lucky Cat. We're working on something, but
Oh.
it's ironically it wasn't necessarily supply chain, but now in the midst of supply chain, I'm like, I probably wouldn't have been building them anyway.
Yeah.
It's such a nightmare
Yeah, it's not great.
because mine hads. I'm not even gonna hit the stinger again. I'm overdoing it. We're running 4 3205s, so
Right.
it's a nightmare. Yeah, cool. Well, I think it's Is there like a?
I felt like it was like a smell, and it like wafted, and it like made me think of my childhood, but also my future. And I think it's Ernie Ball trivia time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ernie Ball Trivia Time, where we ask a question and Ernie Ball sends you an entire box of strings if you get the question
10
right.
packs.
10 packs of strings. If you're a bass player, you get 6 packs. But like Josh said, that'll last you a lifetime. So if you win today, you'll have a lifetime of bass strings if you're a bass player.
Lasts me 2 lifetimes.
That's true. That's great. Okay, today's question is, here it is. Is everybody ready? During the 1950s, in what city did Ernie Ball open up the first guitar-only music store? Throw your answer in the comments. The first one that we see on our end with the correct answer will get an entire box of strings from Ernie Ball. Yeah.
Yeah. That was great. Can we do a jam like with that vibe, like that kind of yacht rock kind of vibe?
We can do anything we want.
Like, let's do a jam based off of Jeff's shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
The people in the comments love you,
Yeah.
by the way.
Jeff's a big star.
On this jam, I'm gonna turn on this 1347 Silicon Fuzz, which is a fuzz face thing. I love it. Rhett brought this. Thanks, Rhett. I'll kick it on at some point. I'm just doing a simple little, because I'm a jazz master.
That's
just
true. We've established this. Yeah, it's
nothing hard. You just gotta lock in though. So if you haven't noticed, I'm incapable of playing a fuzz pedal without a clon after it.
Ever?
I just generally always want to hear. It's like this. No one talks about this. Do you?
I don't know what you're about to say.
So yeah, it's a thing that I remember first getting like a clon, and I had. Oh, well, later on, I would say like something like my mini foot or pollinator that I used to make. And I remember I always ran the Klon as a second stage. So I run my first stage, a Morning Glory-ish thing, something like that, or now always a Morning Glory. First, lighter gain, and then second would be a Klon higher gain, and I would stack them, and that's 3 sounds. And then every time I put a fuzz on my board, I would incidentally want some more gain, and I started stumbling into what it sounds like, a Klon after a fuzz. And it's just this really crazy, like the mid-range thing. And I don't ever hear anybody doing this, but it's wonderful. It's almost like it's a filter.
Yeah.
I don't so much even hear the gain because this is already gained. I don't know. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's like a life hack. I don't know. Nobody does it that I'm aware of. I've yet to see anyone else with a Klon after fuzzes and like use it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I live with my like the gain fairly high on like fuzz pedals, and then it's all here.
You're a boomer.
That's right.
Yeah.
I use these knobs.
The guitars have knobs?
Yeah, they do. And I think that's one of those things too that kind of circles back to working at Carter and playing like, oh, hey, here's a burst and a real blues breaker. You want to play it?
Figure
and they'll
it
like
out.
dime it. You're like, okay, and you have to.
And then you discover like the magic of that.
Yeah, there's tones in here. But no, I get what you're saying. But yeah, I'm definitely the guy that would have.
Yeah. So you like leave the pedal. I mean, you could throw your pedal on your amp, leave it on, and play a whole gig.
Yeah, and usually my amp like this 2-rock is cooking, but I would have it probably a little more gainy, even than a little more than that. So
Nice.
Sounds so good.
What else you want to show here?
Let's.
We got to go here.
We got to talk about.
And
the
then we're gonna give this
positron.
away.
Let's do the Ernie Ball winner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The question was, during the 1950s, in what city did Ernie Ball open up the first guitar-only music store? The answer is Tarzana, California, and the winner was Alex Bartol. You win. Please email me at the JHS Show at JHS.
And if you're not him, don't.
If you're not him, send me your shipping address and tell me what kind of strings you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's play this collider.
Positron collider. We could talk about this, and then maybe that would segue perfectly.
I think it segues.
So the positron collider is something I decided years ago. I wanted to make.
Okay.
Can't
I
see
got you.
it.
I got you. You wanted to. There we go.
I wanted to make one of these, but I didn't want it to look like this, and I wanted to have a bunch of extra stuff in it. So that's what the positron collider is. But it's inspired, obviously, by the best film to come out in 1984, Ghostbusters. And it's a ram's head style muff sort of thing with treble bass and clipping switch. And then the total protonic reversal switch lifts the tone stack out of the circuit and gives you all that mid-range and stuff. And internally, there's a little trimmer if that's too loud, because it is very loud when you do that, to kind of dial it back. But talking about Weezer, so that's the bass, treble, and that's in silicon mode. And then you can go over to LED when you flip the switch.
The clipping, right?
The clipping
Okay.
for both stages.
It's lighting up on the side.
Oh yeah. So you can't really see it.
I can see it from here.
Let's see if we can put here, so you can it'll show up on camera.
Thanks, Chipson. Yeah.
So there's an LED on the side that's essentially like a VU meter that, as you play, and it gets dimmer. Its brightness is attached to the gain. So it's tied to that. It's really stupid. But then,
I love that.
then if you click on the total protonic, this one's must be set quiet inside. That's the positron collider.
It's killer.
Oh, and this one glows in the dark.
And so you released this. What's the story behind? You did like a special release.
I've done this for Halloween for the
Yeah.
past couple years, and I only drop them on Halloween. And this last year, I wanted it to glow like it had been slimed. So let's see, because I mean, why wouldn't you? So there is
Yeah.
glow in the dark
I gotcha.
slime on there that you probably can't see, but it does glow in the dark. It's been
Yeah.
slimed. And then this year's, I'm not going to say what it's going to do, but it's going to be the most ridiculous thing I've done yet. And I'm really
I'm
excited.
here for it. So let's give this away. You have a question. We're going to give this new
Yeah.
release. Came out today. From the goodness of your heart.
Yes. So should I fire the question away?
Yeah.
All right. The question is, what is the year, make, and model of the Ecto-1 in Ghostbusters?
Whoa.
I love that you love the Ghostbusters so much. I
Yeah.
feel like I would have said that I love Ghostbusters, but I never think about it.
Right. Well, I funny enough,
And you do.
I have the car.
Whoa.
I have a 59. Oh, well, that's part of it. I have the car,
Wah, wah.
and I built my own proton pack. I have a film accurate flight suit.
Wow.
Uh,
That's
Whoa,
amazing.
you're like a huge nerd, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's awesome.
You and Nick will get along.
Wait, so can I just like quickly, like the first one's the best.
Yes.
How do you feel about the reboots?
Here it comes.
Wait. Well,
The
Afterlife, the newest
the
one.
new one.
I liked it.
Okay,
I enjoyed it.
okay.
You're probably like,
I
I'm
haven't
just glad
seen
to
it. I
see
just-
people liking
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's going to introduce this to a whole new generation.
Because there's a crowd of people that sees those movies and they get upset. Like you go see the new Jurassic World and you're like, this is trash. But you got to realize it's a dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll ever resurrect the script that was supposed to happen for the second one, the one where it was like interdimensional global travel?
No. I mean,
Wow,
like,
we're on a nerd level. That's like,
the initial pitch for number 3.
Was it 3?
They were gonna New York was gonna literally like go to hell, and it was gonna be like an alternate New York in
so
engulfed
just
in
like
flame.
New York. Just
Yeah, just like, basically New York,
Just New York 2020.
just more fire.
let's you want to like riff on some Weezer?
Yeah, can we do that?
We can do anything we want.
I mean,
Well, listen, we've
you go
been
for it.
going for an hour and a half. If they shut us down at this point,
I'll play
we've done our job,
I'll play the Golden Fleece.
except for giving away the pedal.
Should we give it away just in case?
Yeah, give it away, give it away, give it away
Okay,
now.
the winner of the question, what was the car, is 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor Future Model. And the winner of that was Tree Cave Creative. So
Nice.
please, Tree Cave Creative, email me at the JHS Show at jhspedals.com and send me your shipping address. And if you're not the Tree Cave Creative, then don't email me.
You got a Reezer whiff?
I got a Reezer whiff. I think we should just do that one you just played.
Hash bite in A? Okay. All right. Oh,
my
good.
God, he on X Games mode.
They definitely will flag that episode or
What?
this episode.
What was that sound clip I just heard?
Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
I forgot about the complete walk. Like it's kind of
Yes.
strange
Yeah,
because
it
it
is.
goes to the B.
I think I messed the drum parts up enough that the internet gods of the internet will be like, was that? But was it? Was it though?
To share with people at home, the secret to playing a Weezer chord is playing that fifth below, right?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
play
Totally.
if you're playing a D,
You gotta have
A.
the fifth.
that's
Yep.
It's amazing. Do you have more stuff to give away?
Do you still have
mean-
a million shirts?
I have a lot of shirts.
We could remember that time
What?
we just like gave stuff away for an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. Like,
We don't have anything interesting to talk about when Zach's in town.
I
Hey,
will say
this is fun.
I loved the new Jurassic Park movie, and I understand. I love the first movie so much. I just love it a lot.
It's weird, my
But
wife enjoyed it.
Wait, I'm talking.
I just wanted to say, Daniel freaking hates it. Daniel
Well,
Danger was like scathing,
Yeah.
it, but you're
I-
like, I love it.
The first one or the latest one?
The latest one.
The thing is, we will never. So there's that moment in the first one
Yeah.
when they pull up in the Jeep, and they turn around, and Dr. Grant's like taking off his glasses, and he gets up, and there's the long neck, and it's like that moment. We lived that moment as a generation with Dr. Grant, and we will never, ever, ever get that moment back.
it's true.
But the latest one, I thought tapped into the scary factor of the first one in a way none of the other movies have.
Oh, cool.
It stressed me out.
Oh, cool.
How was the guy
I
from
loved
The
it.
Office in it?
I don't
Wait,
know
who's
who
in
that
it?
is.
Chris Pratt.
Oh,
Oh, I don't watch.
but he's not in the office. He's in
I
the
don't
office.
watch The Office. So.
You're thinking about
Oh,
Parks and Rec.
whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jeff, how do you feel? The people want to know. How do you feel about the new Jurassic Park? It's great.
What?
Hey, you need
It's great.
Is it great? You know what I saw? Speaking of reboots of classic movies, I saw the Top Gun Maverick the other day.
Ooh, how was that?
I thought it
Propaganda.
was really good.
You like
Nice.
propaganda?
You shut up. It like I was like legit stressed out because I was like, but they're gonna get blown up. What's gonna happen when they hit 10 Gs? Are they gonna pass out? It was good.
I learned that those the actors learned how to pilot jets.
They
for this. They took
did
3 months.
They didn't pilot them. They did like
They learned how to
G-force
fly them,
training.
right?
I don't know if they learned. I don't know.
They
but
were in them.
They were in them.
I
for
read
sure.
an article.
They had to operate their own camera. Like so they had
Okay.
to like direct their own camera and they would be like,
Amazing.
is the light good there or whatever? Yeah.
So back to Jurassic Park. My
I love how we've devolved
my
into a movie
wife
podcast.
wasn't. She just came from a pretty sheltered home, and they weren't allowed to watch Jurassic Park because it was a horror movie. And when she told me that, I was like, hold on. Because of the things that my parents let me watch as a child.
Yeah.
I like literally had nightmares every single night because of the horror movies that I watched. And they weren't allowed to watch Jurassic Park or the Smurfs.
Oh, okay.
Blew my mind.
Smurfs were terrifying.
Blue. It's like that. It's like that Weezer album.
Yeah, right. And that's how we bring it all back around.
Anyway, cartoon villains. If you want to tell me what size shirt you wear, we'll get you a Mythos T-shirt.
What's your next big plans for Mythos?
We're probably gonna have to get a bigger spot.
But you just moved in.
Yeah, I know. But we've
That's a good
quickly-
problem. Nashville's cheap.
Oh yeah, it's so cheap. I can just buy a warehouse, just throw money into the air, it'll all like congregate in
Yeah.
a spot. Building will grow.
That's a good problem, though. That's a good problem.
Yeah, but I mean, we're working on a bunch of stuff, and this is the thing that I'm sure you deal with. Anytime you mention anything, everyone remembers it, and they ask you, "Hey, when's that thing coming out?"
Yeah, we learned hard lessons. So like for 5 years, no one knows anything I'm doing until the day that there's like thousands on shelves and we sell it. I just like we had to stop.
Yeah.
The seesaw broke me.
I think that's the thing that we're figuring out because
Yeah.
I do all my live streams and I talk and
It's hard because you want to talk about stuff you're doing.
yeah, or I'll be doing a live stream and like, here's a prototype, check it out. And like, oh, it sounds terrible. And then people say, oh, when can I get that? It sounded pretty good. It's like, no, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Hey man, when can I get?
man, you
hey,
got
when can I get that man?
Unified prototypes.
Oh, you're all of your viewers talk like that too?
Oh yeah.
That's so
Oh,
weird.
that's weird. Our whole group talks like that too.
Like
Everyone in the chat can agree. Like everyone, thumbs up if you all sound exactly like that.
all the cast of Sling Blade.
Yeah, and don't lie. I know you do.
I like it.
Man, that guy. Hey,
got no tone in
brigade.
it.
My bucket brigade, man. Don't put that buffer in front of your face. I swear to God.
I feel like we've demoed. We've talked about stuff. This is really good. I think we're good.
Are we
Jeff,
done?
what's your favorite Weezer album?
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I don't like Weezer. Jeff.
So I think what we do here, Joshua, is man up. Since we have him here, and it's a valuable asset to the pedal community. Just a Q&A with him. If anyone has questions about Mythos, I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
open the
let's do
floor
it.
up.
Zach, I have a question for you while we're gathering them from the audience.
Already?
Yes, I do. What's the?
Wow, Addison.
I have water on the floor.
For knowledge.
What's your what's your favorite pedal that you make? Do you have one?
I love the Olympus.
Cool.
I really, really like that circuit.
Why?
It just feels right because
And the original pedal is freaking amazing.
it's so good.
It's the size of my head.
Is that a fedora?
Yeah.
It's a gainster, which is a play on a gangster, and it's a hat and a ciggy.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see now. I see.
Yeah.
So it is a fedora.
But my tastes change. Like
Yeah.
some days I'll be, oh no, this is my favorite, and then I don't know. But for the most part, that's my favorite.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Okay.
right
Zach, I have another question for you.
Here we go.
I'm just waiting for him to gather some questions. What did you do to the is it 1387, right?
1347.
47, my bad. What how is it different than a fuzz face? Every time I hear that I'm like, dang, it's so good.
Yeah, so that's an exclusive for Mass Street Music out in Lawrence.
Which you'll be there
Shout
Saturday.
I'll be there Friday
Friday.
night at 6:30 at
Sorry,
Mass
Friday.
Street Music.
That was my first dealer.
All right.
Mass Street was my first real dealer. I love that you go out there.
They're great. But the 1347, that's their street address.
Yeah, it's cool.
But
Mass Street.
it's I don't like how fat fuzz faces are.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I did was started reducing the input cap. So I could use it with humbuckers. I could use it with single coils and it wouldn't be as like farty. And that's kind of where we landed. We went through a lot of iterations and a lot of transistors to find what works.
Are they NOS?
Yeah, technically they are.
Is it silver solder? Did you keep
No,
it?
no. Can I get away with silver solder? I don't think I can.
Joshua, do you have questions?
Boy, do I. Jeff, what's your favorite pedal?
Jeff has somehow taken over the stream.
Do you want to come answer in the mic?
Airlane Drive.
Airlane Drive. Okay, let me find questions for Zach. Why the name Mythos?
Oh, I like this.
Oh, okay. So I'm from Sparta, Tennessee.
Huh.
And
I see what you did.
yeah, I thought at first I thought mythological pedals, and then I have a friend and he was going to school for history. And he said you should use mythos because that's Greek for myth. I know that's not the correct pronunciation, by the way.
What is the
how dare
correct?
It'd be like mythos,
Okay, cool.
but mythos. That's the only reason. So,
Cool.
Which plays into the Klon thing in a fun way as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. It's funny, like every Klon model you see on a model or whatever, it's like myth overdrive. I'm like, man, they're so close.
Nice. But you've branched into other mythologies too, because you have the Mjolnir.
Right. I mean, the first pedal was not Greek. It was,
Nice.
you
And
know,
the Chupacabra.
the Chupacabra is not.
This is definitely not Greek.
That's
That's
got a little
super fun.
saguaro cactus on it.
Yeah, so this is like a red llama thing. It's beautiful.
Nice.
It's my ZZ Top in a box.
Man.
ZZ Top in a box.
Are you dropping pickup soon?
Oh, I am. Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm partnering with Porter Pickups and
I love Brian.
Specced out some hum. Here, train some humbuckers, and he's winding them. They should be.
How do you feel about the term humbuggies?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
The only here's the thing.
He's a boomer, so he doesn't mind it.
I love that he's a boomer and I'm older.
I get really, and I don't know if did you guys get terms that people say that kind of set you off a little bit,
Every day.
like hand wound.
Zach.
Hand wound. Yeah.
No one's hand winding a pickup.
Ever.
I mean,
Well,
apparently
you
there's
could.
people doing it, but no, like Seymour Duncan's not hand winding anything.
Yeah.
You know, and know these,
And you don't want them to.
No.
To be truthful.
yeah, and, like that sort of thing drives me crazy. Like the handmade, like are you using really vintage parts?
Are
or-
you a boutique pedal company?
I don't know.
I don't think any of us are. Because the expectation's so harsh.
Yeah.
I think if you do any kind of live streaming, I think that disqualifies you from being boutique.
Right.
You're too personable and good on camera to be boutique.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Where's the sick burn?
Do you have a favorite JHS?
we just canceled each other's sick
All right,
burn.
go ahead. Back
Do
to
you-
the crowd.
Do you have a favorite JHS pedal? And if so, what is it? You can also tell us that.
You
if
can
don't.
also say you don't like them.
You
No.
can, you can tell us we're hot trash too. It's fine.
No, I totally do, and it's the kilt.
Wow. Very cool.
Because
Wow.
it's so different, and it's just fun, and it has a lot of sounds in it. So
It has. I think the detriment of its popularity is it does too many things. Like when you pick up a pedal, like picking up this, you can figure this out in like 4 minutes, and you're rocking.
yeah.
But the kilt is too many things. Because I actually have considered making like 4 other drives from its circuit and limiting it.
But isn't that funny though? Because you look at something that it's a overdrive fuzz thing.
Yeah.
But and then you have guys like Joel at Chase Bliss making in the same box something nightmarishly more complicated. and I don't know, it's weird how people will approach like that and be like totally cool with it, and then you give them an overdrive or a fuzz. It's got 3 switches. What are they doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is a crossover point where there's
a type of person.
Yeah, totally.
Have you played a V1? The top end's just a little sweeter.
I
Oh,
have.
it's
Here
not.
we go.
I have.
Don't spread that trash. They're identical.
I couldn't help myself.
Well, it doesn't have. Is the boost? Because it had a boost switch, right?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
it.
Hey,
It just had a boost.
Hey, hold on
But
for
the
a quick
circuit's
second.
the same.
I was just kidding. I'm kidding around.
Well,
If you're
there's
out there,
V1
you've gone
kilts
too
selling
far.
for like $700 because they sound better.
Nice. Are you selling those? Is that like a shadow
I
reverb
wish.
store?
I wish. All right, go ahead, Josh.
What's the best hot chicken in Nashville?
Oh man. Well, there's like 2 tiers of hot chicken.
Okay, here
there's
we go.
there's like the corporate hot chicken,
Yeah.
which is like Hattie B's,
Okay. Yeah.
sort of thing.
That's the one we went to, right?
Yeah.
And
the-
Hattie B's is great.
I like Hattie
It
B's.
is good.
It's great.
But then
But then there's like
Prince's.
and Bolton's.
I haven't been to Bolton's. I know about it though.
The first time I walked into Bolton's, one of the first times I was in Nashville, and someone said you had to get hot chicken, and I walked in, and the guy behind the counter was sweating so much. It's like, this is gonna be great.
Nice.
And it is so hot because I said I'll get medium, and he looked at me just right in the eye and said, "Have you had this before?" And I said, "No." He said, "You should try mild," and it was crazy hot, and I can't imagine what beyond hot, because they went beyond hot.
To me, because Hattie B's it's near everything I end up doing there, so I
Yeah.
end up eating it more. And then I went to Prince's. You went to Prince's. I don't know who
did.
was there.
Yeah.
I
Did you?
think I did too. Yeah.
And it was like
It was
It
good.
was like the mild was wildly hotter than the other. So it's like the corporate thing's funny.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is that Prince's is pavement. Wow, concrete. I'm gonna start a pavement cover band called Concrete.
Yeah.
Circling back around, Prince's
Is
is
Pavement.
pavement, and Hattie B's is Weezer.
Dang.
I just want to say I got the hot.
You
at
did.
Prince's.
you
I
want a
remember
freaking
you
prize
getting the
or
hot
something?
and you just did it.
I did. I did, do it,
I'm weak. I am weak.
but I am strong. Jeff, do you have a favorite budget pedal? Yeah. No, Jeff doesn't have a favorite.
He's got the blues, so that means he's got money.
That's right. He's top tier.
Jeff,
No cheapies on Jeff's pedal board.
Jeff, did you work at Carter
Top
Vintage
cap.
for a little bit? No? Oh, okay. I swear I've seen you somewhere.
There's a million of me in Nashville.
Okay. Like long hair, mustache,
Sold.
Nashville.
My favorite Jeff story for all that
Yes,
are so
please.
interested.
I feel like Jeff should be sitting.
He
over here
should
at this point.
because he
Do you want to come sit? You can
Yeah,
sit
get
here or
over
over
here,
there,
Jeff.
where you want.
he came.
Come on, Jeff.
He had only been working with
You have
with
a
us.
chair?
There he is. There he is.
He'd
That's
only
all-
been working
that's
for
what you
me
get.
for
We're getting to know Mythos, and Jeff is part of Mythos.
yeah. It's Jeff and McKinley, but Jeff went and got a haircut. And he's like, oh man, I got a mullet. It's like, what? You don't have a mullet? And then he put his hair behind his ears and exposed this glorious mullet that he
It's
had.
amazing.
So
yeah.
really, the mullet is just long hair behind the ears.
Kind of, yeah. Wow. Because if you
All right, moving on.
You kind of have to earn Jeff in a lot of ways. I think that's what people are realizing. You know,
Jeff is
playing
in
hard to get.
Jeff is in some ways a bizarro Joshua.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not sure whether to also love you or if I should hate you because of how much love you're getting. My only consolation is that you will leave this room and I will remain here. I will be on the live next week and you will not. So, but it was nice knowing you. Someone Addison, pick a number between 1 and 10.
Ooh.
Do we have more shirts to give away? I'm just
I mean, as long as everyone doesn't want small, I think we're okay.
okay, we only have one so far, so
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Serenity Now, Jeff LOL is what the
Seinfeld
comment
reference.
was.
Thank you.
Serenity Now, please give me your shirt size and we will send you a Mythos shirt.
Drums.
Am I playing?
This is a White Stripes song.
Is this like almost dangerously close to Power Rangers, right?
It kind of sounds like it's from Mega
close.
Man X a
Oh.
little bit.
Yes.
Sorry.
Cool. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I like how unhinged. Like, I love how the dynamics of this live stream have gone from just like we're chugging away to just really pleasantly unhinged.
Well, I think after years of doing these, it's like people that hang around for these, they're here.
yeah,
You know, and the people who will complain later, they weren't here anyway.
right. They can skip this. Part.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like
fine, like-
technically, they don't have to stay.
It is.
Yeah,
free.
it's free. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Josh. Let's get more questions in for the viewers like
Uh,
you.
I don't have any. Which artist? I lied. Which artist blew Zach's mind most to see one of his? Wow. Okay. Let me rephrase this question. What artist blew your mind when you found out they were using your pedals?
Oh, Billy Gibbons. He called me, and it was really weird. Because I had a Google phone at the time, and it has this like digital receptionist thing, and it will like say, you've called a person with a Google phone, please say your name, and it couldn't understand what he was saying. It couldn't say it wouldn't print Billy Gibbons because it shows on the screen. I was like, what is this? And he kept talking, and I said, this has to be a human. And so I answered it, and I said hello, and he said, hey, it's Billy F. Gibbons here, and we just talked, and it didn't dawn on me how incredible that was until after I got off the phone, and my wife was like, isn't that kind of like the biggest deal of your life? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
amazing.
What is he using?
The Argo.
Oh, that's
Really
cool.
cool.
What was your first pedal?
It was the I know I got a Crybaby Wah, but I can't remember if that was the first or the Ibanez Smashbox was the first.
Dang, the Smashbox is a favorite of mine.
It's
a hot pedal.
going back and playing it, like I don't like it now,
I love it.
but
I'm
then
unashamed.
I need to try it again.
It's right there. It's up there on the wall. Yeah. I love it. If you want to play Weezer again, that's where you go, man.
Oh, okay.
Driller,
But
you
yeah.
want to come pick a winner for a shirt?
But that was the first. That was the first one.
That's cool. It's weird. A lot of people, me included, it's hard to remember the exact first pedal. There's a Zoom 505 or a TS5 sound tank, and I just can't like.
A 505
It's
doesn't
all
count,
blurry.
right?
I don't know,
Because that's everything, and it's so bad. It's just so bad.
but it's so good.
It's not. It's not. There's no redeeming.
You're telling the
qualities.
person who used it for the bulb April Fool's video and had thousands of people wanting to buy it because the bulb sounded amazing.
Oh my god.
That was all 505.
Well,
That
you were okay, but when I was at Carter and you sent out bulbs as like a
Like a industry gift.
industry gift, we had one and. Every other person that saw it said, "Hey, can I try that?" And we were like, "It does not work. It was
They
a
don't
joke, and they didn't understand."
it's amazing.
Pats, are you on the next shirt? So please send me your t-shirt size.
Congratulations.
This has been a blast.
Yeah.
There's
So-
still 1,100 people.
Yeah.
And just to put that into perspective, imagine that many people in your house. It's a lot of people.
I don't want those people in
And
my house.
just what we're doing right now, just hanging out
Yeah.
in like a house.
That's what I love about these.
Yeah.
And I hope people catch on. It is a hangout.
It's hanging out.
Here's what you do. You go home, you turn it on, you wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Right.
Vacuum. Clean up your kids' crap where you threw it on the floor, literally.
Yeah.
Spout wrong facts
That
about
happened to me like
when
the
your
other
child
day.
was conceived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these. I think it's healthy for us, just to talk to each other,
Okay.
just to chill.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
It's just really bugging me because are there fake tuning keys on top and real tuning keys in the back? So
Yes.
like why?
Yeah.
So what you're
pretty
saying
sick.
is that
It's like a banjo on the
It's got,
back.
Wow,
it's got
okay,
ukulele
cool.
tuners on the back.
this has been great.
Okay,
riff.
all winners, just in case we've
Yeah,
forgotten.
yeah.
That's a lot of you, so I'm not going to read your names. Please email me at the JHS Show at jhspedals.com. Send me your shipping address. Do not email me if you're not one of the winners. I will find you out. Is that it?
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
Well, it's been great. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Zach.
you guys.
Thanks, Zach. If you're near Lawrence, Kansas, which is near Kansas City and some other areas, go out to Mass Street Music, a fantastic store located at 1347 Mass Street. You'll be out there.
Yep.
Yeah,
out.
I have no other big news here.
We slinging glizzies.
Slinging glizzies, no cap.
No cap.
Slinging
glizzies for
glizzies
real.
together.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.